Alright, so coming up next, we have Tom the World Boat. It's Scott. Yay!
And this is for Michael. It's a thank you for every person in this room. Because the question we always ask is, in a world of wars, where do we find the words that will bring in peace and harmony? We were having a conversation the other day about where have the elders gone. The elders, grandmother and grandfather wisdom. The storytellers, the griots, curanderas, the ones who carry down a linear tradition of secrets and mysteries that were no mystery to those that knew them. But the young had to know them. When I was leaving my homeland buying plastic artifacts, man said, "What are you buying that for?" I said, "I'm going to a barbarian land and I need to know there were indigenous people." He said, "I'm a storyteller." I said, "Well, what's your totem?" He said, "Frog drinking." Now Uluru is the main rock, and the main legend is the rainbow serpent. And one time, just for no apparent reason, I was at Uluru and it hadn't rained for 10 years. And on that particular time it rained. And I saw 10 waterfalls come over the rock, just rising up over the rock, splashing down. The colour of the rock changed from red to orange to grey to black in about 15 minutes. The point of the story is that I realised what the rainbow serpent was. Snakes live near water. Serpents. Water is the rainbow serpent. Where to find it? No straight lines in nature. The tracks, the stories. When we are the storytellers, we have to recognise that we don't have the grandmother, grandfather wisdom anymore, but we have to carry on the tradition of sharing the secrets and mysteries. And that is where the curandera, the pilgrim, the griot, the dramatist, the singer, the songman, the magpie man, the clamadore. It's an ancient tradition to carry the song line on. And of course it used to be oral. Before it was written down, it was a song. Of course, it was whispered voice to ear, as a mystery always is, and shared with those who can hear, because we've forgotten how to listen. We're taught how to talk, but who teaches people how to listen? I often thought of staying in college for listening. The first year, you listen to the trees, how they change over seasons, the crinkle of autumn, the bare bones of winter, the effulgence of spring, and the heat of summer. The second year you listen to the sea, the springs, the creeks, the rivers, because they all have different tongues. When you hear a river that's rushing fast and free, it's a lick, lick, lap, lap. When it's all dammed up, it's constipated and can't move, heavy and dull, torpid mud. When it's coming down as rain, it's splitter and splatter and splash and storm. When it's held in a bottle by amateur corporation, it's plastic, fluoride, chloride, worn. We are water. We are earth. We are stars. Before the moment of our birth, we were whispered stories. Of course we've forgotten them. We've forgotten our futures and our past. And that's why we come to places like this, sanctuaries, where we rediscover ourselves in someone else. They say something and spark something. And what you said about, 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 and what you said about took me on the Mexican bus down past the valley, where the stories have other accents and dialects, histories, traditions, where they have their storytellers and their griots. But just for one evening in San Marcos, we're here not to wake the dead, but to awaken to ourselves.